In this demo, Terraform scripts will be used to deploy a full multi-hub and spoke scenario with 2 hubs and 1 site in 3 different cloud providers: AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. Hub 1 will be deployed in AWS with advanced routing integrated with Transit Gateway. Hub 2 will be deployed in Azure, also with advanced router integrated with vWAN. Site is deployed in GCP with advanced routing integrated with Network Connectivity Center (NCC). Hubs are connected using a simulated point-to-point L3 connection with NVXLAN interface over Internet. The traffic between hubs and site is managed by Fortigate using SD-WAN technology, and traffic inside hubs is also controlled by Fortigate's clusters. With this configuration, all traffic will be inspected and controlled using Fortigate L7 inspection, improving security and visibility. Firstly, we are going to deploy the Hub 1 in AWS. We will have 2 available at zones, with a Fortigate cluster in active deployment. This is the detail of the routing tables, using BGP. And we will deploy 2 VPCs with 4 VMs in total. The traffic between VMs in different VPCs as well as communications to the Internet will be always inspected by Fortigate cluster. Now let's run the Terraform script to create all the infrastructure in AWS. As we can see, 122 resources will be added. We need to confirm the action, and the script will create the Fortigate instance from an image at GitHub. FortiAnalyzer instance will be also created. Deployment can take up to 10 minutes to finish. Finally, we can see that the 122 resources has been added. Now let's go to the GUI of the Fortigate just deployed in AWS. If we go to the routing table, we can see that all the necessary routes has been added by Terraform script. In the interface menu, we can also see that the tunnel interface to the Transit Gateway has been created. Firewall policies to allow and inspect traffic have been also deployed by Terraform script. And when we go to AWS console, we can also see that all the VMs have been created and are running, as well as the Transit Gateway and its routing tables. Now let's deploy the second hub in Azure. We will deploy the VMs in different regions. The second one will be using vWAN. Fortigate cluster will deploy it in active-passive mode. All the traffic between VMs and to the Internet will go through the Fortigate's cluster. In a similar way, we will run the Terraform script. That can take up to 30 minutes to finish. Once it has finished, 126 resource has been added in Azure. Going to the Fortigate instance that has been deployed, we can confirm that all the routes have been added, as well as the interface. From Microsoft Azure console, we can see the BGP routing configuration that has been also configured in the Fortigate. Next step is to create the VXLAN tunnel between the Fortigates at AWS Hub and Azure Hub. That we will use the Fortigate API capabilities. In this Postman script, we have provided the public IP addresses of the 2 Fortigate hubs in AWS and Azure. First step is to test the connection with the Fortigate. Next, we will add the VXLAN interface. Then adding the IP address to the interface. And finally adding the interface to a zone. If we go to the Fortigate GUI, we can check that the configuration sent by Postman has been properly set up. And now we can see the BGP adjacencies with the other hub. Last step is to deploy the site in Google Cloud Platform. Again, the traffic between VPCs and to the internet will be inspected and protected by Fortigate cluster deployed in active passive mode. This is the Terraform script that can take up to 5 minutes to finish. After that, 63 resources have been added. Going to the Fortigate GUI deployed in GCP, we can see the different IPsec tunnels that has been deployed to AWS Hub and Azure Hub. From Google Network Connectivity Center, we can see the two Fortigates with the BGP neighbors. From the Fortigate in AWS, we can see the IPsec tunnel with the site in Google Cloud. And the same from the Fortigate in Azure. We can also see the tunnel with the site in Google Cloud. Thanks for watching.